It requires every single citizen, if we are to succeed in our war and ensure that the resources that our country is able to produce are put to the best use for our people, for our country, and for our future. From Michael Mbocha, who comes from Mombasa. With the ongoing construction of Lamu Port, the Chinese have brought their vessels and are manning them themselves, yet we have local shipping companies and trained seafarers who can work on these vessels. It is my request that you request employment for Kenyan seafarers, me myself included, because we are suffering due to lack of jobs. Yes, indeed, you are. And what we are saying is that we need to create a future out of our blue economy. And that is why we're investing in the Lamu port. That is why we're expanding the Mombasa port. That is why we are developing a new fishing port in Shimoni. All of this with the objective of ensuring that we create jobs for our people from our blue economy. The question that you have asked about the Chinese who are doing the dredging in Lamu, we have made it clear to all who have gotten contracts and tenders from our country that we need our people to also benefit from these jobs. We are investing in Bandari College to ensure that more and more of our people are able to be trained as seafarers, to create opportunities for them. And I will also take your point, and also if that issue is there and Kenyans are not being employed in Lamu, ensure that those of us who are trained, and if there are jobs that Kenyans can do and are being done by foreigners, we will take it upon ourselves to ensure that we get those who are doing these contracts to employ our people. But ultimately, the whole objective of developing our ports is to ensure that Kenya begins to take advantage of its blue economy so that people like yourselves can create a living for themselves with our blue economy. I thank you for your questions.
Excellence, just two more questions people asking. One is security.
I have not seen a security question.
And
Are we still on air?
Yes, I know. Security people, you know, the Askaris.
Yes.
You say that they should not be taxed at a certain level. Some of them are saying they're still being taxed. So how do you react to that one? And then a number of other people talking about the peace and unity message in terms of they've seen clashes in Mandera, they've seen clashes elsewhere. How do you react to that ahead of the elections?
Okay. I think I can tie that up with a question from Mati Mushiri, who asks me whether will you peacefully hand over power after Raila defeats you? Well, the first thing, my friend Mushiri, Raila has to defeat me first, and I intend to defeat him. But let me put it this way. I have done in the past, will do in the future, accept the will of the people. I am busy campaigning with the hope that my fellow Kenyans will give me an opportunity to continue with the good job that we have already started. But I also, as I have said severally, if the will of the people is that another should be given the opportunity to continue, I will do everything in my power to ensure a smooth transition. But my belief and my hope and my ask to my fellow Kenyans is that you will endeavor to give me another opportunity to continue the work that we have started together to build a strong economy, to create opportunities for our young people, to create hope for 45 million of us, and to create a peaceful, harmonious, and united country called Kenya that we all share, that we shall all love, and we shall all prosper from. I think with that, our time is running out, so I want to end on one final note. The story of our country is defined by resilience, and without doubt, the power of Kenyans to come together, to face challenges as one, and not just to complain from the sidelines. All Kenyans must adhere to the principles of unity, democracy, peaceful coexistence, especially as we prepare for this general election. We roundly and loudly reject the politics of division and incitement. No matter the results of the election, we must love one another as we love ourselves. And I believe that that message coming this Sunday morning, as most of us are out in our respective churches, this is a prayer that I ask each and every one of us to make, that we can live by His word, that we can love one another as we love ourselves. I thank you. Okay. So,
young people. What do you have for them?
Yeah.
They would
I
like
didn't see that. There's so many of them coming through. I don't know which was which.
No, it's fine. Just the young one, this one, Pride of Life. And
Okay.
to take those three, then I think we can then move to your next assignment. You can scroll if you want to take more.
Okay.
Live.
They're all coming in at the same time.
Yeah, so just maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. This is an interesting one. How did I meet the First Lady? Well, when I met her, she wasn't the First Lady. She was just another wonderful, beautiful girl. Let me say that I first met her brother. Her brother and I were in school together, in secondary school together. And we became friends. And through him, I managed to meet his younger sister. And we started off a relationship that has lasted from high school till now. And I'm thankful to God for that. So for all of you, I mean, yeah, who you meet today as a friend and a partner will be a First Lady tomorrow. So I see her still as the girl I met in high school, not the First Lady. There's a question. That's what? IAAF. That was a great success. We had many of our 17-year-olds and under who made Kenya proud, 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 showing and truly exhibiting the talent that we have as Kenyans, the achievements that we can reach as Kenyans. They did us proud. They may not have come number one, but they put their all into making sure that Kenya was on the map. I personally feel very proud of hosting that event that attracted athletes from across the globe. And the fact that each and every one of them felt that this was one of the best events ever hosted anywhere in the world is a reason for each and every one of us to feel proud of who we are and to feel proud of our country. I met those wonderful young people just the other day, and they were totally excited about the prospects they have in the future. And I made my commitment to do everything that I can to ensure that they are able to reach and achieve their best. I've gotten messages from some of them who are now, we gave them a holiday up in Mombasa. They traveled up on the SGR. They're up in Mombasa, working together, young men and women from different parts of our country, working as one, enjoying themselves as one, loving their country as one. And I can only say that as a father, I feel very proud. I feel very, very, very proud. Right. What else do we have? Mr. President, how are you going to make sure that there's no chaos during and after the election? That is from Emmanuel Siwa. I believe we have put in place all the necessary mechanisms to ensure that Kenyans are secure before, during, and after the election. But the most important factor are the Kenyan people themselves. We must ensure that we are able to carry out our democratic right to cast a ballot for those leaders that we wish to lead us. But at the same time, we must also ensure that we, after casting our ballot, go home in peace, continue with our day-to-day lives, and wait for that body that has been mandated by our Constitution to tell us which of our leaders has won, and for us to accept their decision and move on as a country with the full knowledge that elections come and go, but Kenya is here and will be here long after all of us have left. So whereas I want to assure all Kenyans that our security agencies have put every mechanism in place to ensure that Kenyans are safe, I must also take the opportunity to remind each and every one of us that it is our responsibility to safeguard each other by not committing to violence, but by using constitutional means, legal means, judicial means, to air whatever grievances that we may have, and to recognize that chaos never resolves anything. Well, I've had an opportunity. I'm being told that I have to move on to my next event. I'm heading out to Garissa today and on to Isiolo. I hope to be able to have an opportunity to meet up with you, and it's been one of my greatest pleasures as I've moved around the country to have an opportunity to meet Kenyans of different backgrounds across the country, giving them my agenda, my vision for Kenya, our action plan, as stated here, my plea to Kenyans to let us finish the job that we have started. And I look forward, during the course of this week and next, to engage you once again in my vision, in my dream, for what I am truly and totally passionate about, my country, Kenya, and our great and wonderful people. May each and every one of you have a blessed Sunday, and I look forward to engaging with you once again in the future. I thank you, and may God bless each and every one of you and your families. Thank you for participating. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Okay. And my glasses.